Hi learners! I'm not sure if you know this, but this Sunday, the 10th of May, is a very special day. It's Mother's Day. And Mother's Day is a time where we celebrate our mums for all the amazing, wonderful things that they do for us every single day. So I thought for our writing this week, it might be really cool to make a book for our mums. Or you could choose to do it for another special person in your life. Or you could even choose to write a book about yourself. But for my examples, I'll be writing about my mum. So the very first thing that we need to do for this book is think up some adjectives. Do you remember what an adjective is? It's a describing word. So if we think about our mum, or our special person, or ourselves, whoever we're going to write the book for, have a think about what type of person they are. So I might say that my mum is a happy person. So happy is a word that describes her, and that's an adjective. So I'll write down here happy. My mum is also kind. She's fun. She's beautiful. She's very strong. Oh, what else? My mum's really playful. So it might be a good idea now to pause the video and have a think about some adjectives that describe your mum or your special person. Write them down. You can sound them out using the phonics that we know, or you can ask another person for help. Okay, so once you've written down all of your wonderful adjectives that you've used to describe your mum or your special person or yourself, you're going to need to choose 3. The 3 that you think most describe this person. Okay, and you can either circle those words or put a mark next to them so that you know which ones you've chosen, and then come back and play the rest of the video and I'll show you what to do from there. So you can pause me now and go and brainstorm your words and choose your top 3, and we'll see you back later. Okay, so here I have everything I need to start making my book. I've got the list of words that I brainstormed before, and I've circled the 3 words that I've chosen because I think those are the ones that fit my mum the best. I've got my sight words up here. They're available in our home learning book, or we've also included a link to them as well that you can download from Hero. Got my colouring pencils, my writing pencil, my scissors, and my pen for later, and my plain piece of paper. Now this bit you might need an adult's help with, but give it a go. I know that we've done books with a couple of you before and you managed quite well. So the first thing we want to do with this piece of paper is along the long edge, not the short edge, the long edge. We're going to take that and fold it right down to the line of the other long edge. Okay, so we're going to end up with a very long rectangle. I'm going to crease it with our fingers here to keep that nice line. Now we're going to take our big long rectangle, and this time from the short side to the short side we're going to fold. And again we're going to make sure that's pretty much lined up nicely and in half, and then we're going to crease down the side, nice and creased. Now we've got a rectangle that looks like this. And again on the slightly shorter side, we're going to fold it once more, short side to short side, and give it a good crease. Okay, so we've got all of our creases in there. We're now going to open up our book. A piece of paper, I should say, not quite a book yet. All the way up. And so it's a piece of paper again. You can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different sections. Right? We're now going to fold our piece of paper from the short side to the short side. And crease again. So we've got something that looks like this. This is where our scissors come in. We're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut from the folded bit here, not the open side, from the folded bit here down to the very first crease that we get to. Okay. I've got my scissors and I'm making sure I very carefully cut on that crease and that I stop as soon as I get to this part. So now I've got something that looks like this. We're going to open up the paper again and fold it on the long side to long side. Now this is the fun part. We've got two sides, we've got a bit of a diamond in the middle. We're going to squish it all together and then fold it along that crease. And now we have a little book. So we're going to turn to the front cover. Okay, so that's the first page in our book. And we're going to write the title for the book. Now this book is about my mum, or it could be about your special person, or it could be about you. So you decide what the title of the book is going to be. For me, my title is going to be My Mum. So I'm going to look at my sight word list because I know that both my and mum are on this list. So if I have a look, I know that both of them start with a sound. They both start with an M. And my y. That's a Y sound. I like to eat yogurt and bananas. Yeah. My. Let's see, where is it? Starts with a ends with a Y. My. Here's the word my. I'm just going to put a note there so I remember. I'm going to bring my piece of paper back. And I'm going to start with my very first word. Now, it should start with a capital letter, not a lowercase letter, so we'll put that one in there. And then Y. Now I know that mum is on this list too. It goes So it's got two M's in it. If I look down this list and I find the word with two M's, mum. So that's mum. Right, mum in here. Okay. And now down the bottom here, I'm going to draw a picture of my mum. I'm going to draw a very quick picture. I know she's got a face. She's got some lovely long hair. She's got two eyes. They sit about there. She's got some eyebrows. She's got a nose. She's got a mouth. And I'm going to add some shoulders in. And her arms. There we go. And you can choose to colour this in now or later. And I'm going to open up my book. And on the very first page, I'm going to write one of the adjectives that I brainstormed. Now, this is up to you. You can just write the adjective, because you've got my mum. You just be like, fun! Or you can write it as a sentence. So I'm going to write, my mum is fun. So I know where my is on my list. I start with a capital letter. I'm going to remember my finger space. I know when mum is on my list. Mum. But what about is? Is. It's an I and an S. Let me look through my list. There it is. Is. I'm going to come down to the next line here. I'm going to write is. And now I'm going to write one of the adjectives that I brainstormed. So I've decided on fun. My mum is fun. And right at the end of the sentence, I'm going to put a full stop. And over on this part, I'm going to illustrate it. I'm going to draw a picture of my mum being fun. Now, my mum, when I was little, used to love playing chasing games. So I'm going to draw a couch here. And I'm going to draw me. And I'm going to be running. And then I'm going to draw my mum over here. She's got a big smile on her face. And she is chasing after me. That's how I like to remember it. Now you've got another 2 pages to write sentences, or words and pictures. There and there. And on the very last page, you're going to write who it's from. Now we can just write your name, or we could write love from, or we could write from your name. So I'm just going to write down here, Danielle, because that is my first name, did you know? And if I wanted to write love, I might sound it out. L. L. O. O. V. And then love from, fr, f, f. R. O. O. Love from Danielle. Okay. Here is an example of a finished one I did earlier. So once you're done with your pencil, you can go over it with pen if you like, and you can colour in your pictures. So I've written my mum. My mum is kind, and I've drawn a picture of her giving me a cuddle. My mum is strong, and I've drawn a picture of her lifting me up over her head, showing that she's very strong. My mum is fun, and this is the picture I told you about before. She's chasing me around the couch. And on the back I've written love from Danielle, and I've done a bit of a coloured heart just to give it some extra bounce. You could also do it on coloured paper if you would like to. And that is it. I look forward to seeing all of your wonderful, wonderful books. Bye for now.